Hello, welcome back. It's Chris here, Hood Scale Models. It's a great way to start, just knock it right off of there. Okay, anyway, we're on the last step. And I hope you guys have stayed with me. We're on the last step. I got the last bits right here. Excuse me. Well, I see a little bit of flash I missed. So, hopefully everybody's doing okay. I'm still at home recovering after surgery. And, excuse me. Excuse me, man. Tell you. Trying to get over that cold I had. And it's not going very well. Alright, let's see. This boat goes okay, let's turn this around so I can do apples to apples comparisons here with the instrucciones. Alright, so it's going that way. Then this boat goes here. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. Well, as was with every other hole in this ship, things are too small. And I don't think it's just the paint, just the primer. I don't think it's just the primer in the way. I think the holes have a little bit of flash in them. Might have made that one a little bit too big, but oh well. It'll be alright. There we go. How it goes in there. And that means that one of these here, little teeny tiny guns, is in here. Well, this little piece right here is just begging to get lost. Just begging for it to ping off of these tweezers into the ether somewhere and just be gone forever. The hole, it's not right size. Well, like I said, a little flash, paint, I don't know, something. But I've had to either open or widen every single hole on this ship. There we go. That's going to get some glue, some cement. Pedants. You know what I didn't do was this one right here, this gun right here, needs to have some putty put in it. Because it's got a huge sink mark right on the top of it. See that? Can you see that sink mark? Alright, we're just going to smear a little bit of putty on the top there. Should be enough. I'm going to use this here popsicle stick. And there we go. We'll let that cure. Wouldn't think that would take too terribly long. I am missing one gun off of this ship though, and I thought I had it, but I cannot find it. No, it's not here. It's not here. Okay, let's move it on. Got sidetracked. Okay. All right. Let's see. Gotta get some more flash over here that I missed. Right across the top. I was concentrating on the sides, missed the top. The boat's got a couple of sink marks in the top of it too. So does its cousin. Alright, I guess I'm going to put putty in those too. I'm just using my knife instead of that stick, but same thing, we're just pushing it down in that sink mark. I don't think it'll take too long for this stuff to dry. I may have to pause the video though and let it dry and then come back to it. Although it's drying out pretty darn fast. get it out of the holes before I plug my holes up. Enough, close enough. Alright, is there anything else I can do on here? Sure, I guess I can continue on with some of this other stuff. Alright, so the next thing is another one of these little guns. Hole's not round, so open it up. That hole is a little bit not round, so open it up. There, man. Of course, that's pointing all wonky. The other one's got to be facing straight ahead. Oh, that's not the front, but it should be facing towards the rear anyway, so. Yeah, these guns should be facing towards the rear, so. I'm going to try to see if I can turn this other one. Of course, I guess I could just pop it out and pop it back in, but it's kind of hard to get in. Well, I'll pop that anyway. Okay, both generally facing forward. Can't have it all the way facing forward because they'll touch each other. One will hit the other. Alright, that should be good. I don't know if I did this one or not. Do this one. Okay. 71. Supposed to be a hole right there too. Yeah, there's a hole there. Just not all the way through. Again, there hasn't been a hole in this kit I hadn't had to touch. Okay, we're looking for this right here. There you go. think that's a radar. Radome. Dome, I guess, but radar. I think that's radar right there. I think that is a radar. I think there's another radar right there. So I believe that's what those are. Okay, let's think about this. Yeah. Now we need this. We're going to put it. Jeez. Okay. This kit, I'll tell you. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, it's going to be a nice kit when I'm done with it. But all of these flash issues, because it is a vintage classics, all of these flash issues are becoming a pain in the butt. Alright, so this is supposed to go right here. There's supposed to be a slot. That light just came out because it wasn't in there straight, so I re-glued it. And of course, with cement reactivated. Not long enough. Sorry for pushing on it while it's on the stand. That's pretty stupid, wasn't it? Okay, I still cannot get this piece to go in there. As clumsy as I am, this thing is just begging for me to break something off of it because it's got all these bits that stick out. There. Alright, let's see. This goes... in that hole, which is not big enough. Whoops. Put cement on the wrong end. Okay, there we go. That's in. Actually, probably is a little bit sloppy, but it's okay. This goes on top of that. Eject your pin mark. Okay, well this is going to go on there. This is going to go on there. There's another piece of flash I missed. Alright, let's get this light back in here. Okay, that's back on there where it goes. Alright, well, putty's not ready yet. So we're waiting on putty. It's pretty close though. Oh, I don't know why I put that part on there. Now I'm going to have to wait till it completely cures, like overnight, hard, because I'm an idiot and I put this on too soon and I got putty in there that has to be taken care of. Stupid. Wasn't real smart. Wasn't real smart. Okay, well, I can't put these little boats on because they go onto these little things right here. I guess I could go ahead and drill a little hole for the other mast that goes down there and figure out where this little guy goes. Oh, I know where he goes. He goes over there. Yeah, he goes right here. Okay, so I'm just doing this stuff here. Hold on a second. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that little pause. Wife had to tell me she was leaving. Well, come on, get in the hole. There. Alright, yeah, go ahead and drill that hole. Looks like that ought to be an okay size. Do, do, do. And hole. That was a 1.2 millimeter bit, drill bit. 1.2 millimeter hole, and it fit perfect. Now we're going to give it a little bit of cement to cement it in place. Okay. Now, one thing I've left is the stuff that I'm waiting on stuff to dry. So, I literally just have these like 4 pieces to put on. I tell you, I'll pause you guys and come back in a little bit. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just waiting on the putty to dry in these things, and that one right there. Don't ask me how I'm going to sand that, because that's kind of, I was being an idiot. But anyway, oh, where's that piece? Wait a minute, I had that piece in my hand. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the heck did I do with that? I'm sure I dropped it probably. Alright, let me pause and see if I can find that piece. Ah, I found it. Chris 1, carpet 0. Alright, so this has to go in those two holes. I tell you what. So I was going around the instructions here. You see that? No. I was going around this way, putting all these parts in, just like this. But the problem is I put this one on before I put this one on. And this one goes in front of that piece right there. That's that piece right there. Now this has to go in like this. Those two holes are not going to be big enough. I can tell already. Almost missed this piece. I thought that that looked pretty spindly. Have that one mast standing up there, but yeah, okay. All right. Wow, if I put it underneath there, like it shows, it makes that other thing lean. I don't think that's the way that goes. I think it goes like that. That's going to be the best way to put it on there. It's right there. Because that leaves this going straight up and down. There. There, that'll be good. It's in the holes. It's next to the thing. It looks like maybe it was supposed to go kind of underneath that platform, but it's just a fraction of a millimeter too long. And I'm not going to sit here and trim all the ends off of it, but because the instructions are not very clear whether it goes up against it or underneath it. So I'm going to go with up against it. Oh no, I knocked over my antenna. see if these are dry enough to just flatten out here. Yep, that one's good. Let's see here if we can get this, use this knife, and we will go right across the top. Looks pretty good. Sorry, I pulled it off out of the camera shot there. Alright, that one looks good. Alright, so I can continue on with those. Alright, this goes here and there, right? Yep. Here. Well, there's no hole there. So, back to our drill bits. 1.2. Okay. Wow. And those things right there, those are very precarious to put on. Two little hook looking things like that. They just go into two little holes on the top of the little boats. And there is no good like locking or snapping into place or anything like that. It is just you just gotta hold it up there till it sticks. Okay. Okay. That is it for the pieces. All pieces except for one gun that I'm missing. All pieces are on there. So now I've just got to figure out, well, I got to let this set overnight. So the cement will get hard. Stuff will get locked into position. And I got to figure out about paint. I know that the deck here is supposed to be some sort of deck tan. And then the rest of it's supposed to be whatever color blue or gray that is. I'll tell you what, our warships are not very flashy, that's for sure. Of course I know they're not supposed to be, but let's see, matte sea gray. Okay, well, I tell you, I am going to let this be the end of today's video. It's probably time anyway. There's only one paint scheme. This is it. Looks like there's they're saying matte wine color for that bottom, but I think I've got a whole red that will look like it's supposed to. But the whole thing needs primer. So, you know what? You know what else it needs? It needs me. I'm gonna have to be real careful and hold this after all this stuff is dried, and I'm gonna have to fix this seam down here. This seam is not. That does not look good. And that is just a point of personal pride, because nobody's ever going to see it probably but me. It's not like somebody's going to come in here and start start checking my models. So yeah, I got a little bit on the edge here to sand down so that it meets the edge. I kind of need to probably put a little putty right there along that edge. Maybe back here too. Well, anyway, so I think I'm going to throw a little putty right here and a little putty right there. Then I'm going to let it all dry, and then I'll primer it again. After I sand that bottom, I'll primer it, and then I will put on the first color, and then come back to you guys, and or maybe I'll even start the first color while I'm videotaping. Anyway, so yeah, all that's left is to do that little bit of sanding, and I just found that gun, and then paint. That's it. So see that little bad boy had fallen out of that hole and got back up in here. I knew I had it. 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 Alright, that's where we're at. So, I'll see you in the next one. Remember, like and subscribe, share it with your grand. That's from ground affected. Anyway, share it, and please come back. Please leave a comment. I would love to chat with some of you guys and gals. So think about leaving a comment, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.